Okay, Martha, this is Matthew LaRoe, presentation number 2, and I'm really grateful for you allowing me to upload this video to you. So, the main things I want to focus on are becoming a manager and a leader, because to be a good manager, I feel that you have to have good leadership skills. And this is the differentiating between the two. So, what image comes to mind when you hear the word manager? Do you think of an engineer, an accountant, a police officer? These words imply precision to detail, control regulations, procedures, and punishment for not following the rules. Controversially, when you become a leader, do you have feelings of being inspired, engaged, energized, and uplifted and emotionally moved to take action without being financially motivated? To understand what it takes to be an effective manager, we first must know what management means and how it differs from leadership. The clearest way of differentiating leadership from management is to say that leadership promotes new directions while management executes existing directions as efficiently as possible. The truth is that leadership and appeal to change direction can be inspiring but can also be factual, based on evidence and expressed in logical, quiet, or even quite forceful language, while management aims to achieve efficiency. It does not need to be coldly controlling. If you are managing intelligent and knowledgeable workers and trying to get them to work harder, you might let them be as self-managing as possible and limit the micromanagement. You might coach and develop, nurture and motivate them. In short, you can be just as inspiring as a leader. The only difference is that you're trying to get people to work harder or smarter, while inspiring the leader is trying to get people to change direction. In other words, influence or communication style is a poor way of separating managers from leaders. This has to be true because all we can think of leaders with widely different styles. Compare Martin Luther King Jr. and Gandhi. Both are leaders, but with no similarity in communication or influential style. So, the only way to differentiate management from leadership is to function or purpose. It's like marketing and sales. Maybe certain personalities are more suited to one of these functions than the other, but there will always be exceptions to the rule. Notice that we define sales and marketing, not to mention human resources or finance, in terms of the function or purpose they self-serve in the organization they represent. Therefore, it is not unreasonable to do the same with leadership and management. Other writers have suggested a similar function distinction, but they all have had one foot in the past, so they have felt compelled to add leaders are inspiring, while managers are merely factual, logical, and unmotivating. This is a myth that needs burying once and for all. To be an effective manager, then, you have to be able to get things done efficiently, to achieve a goal with the best possible use of all resources at your disposal. Self-management simply means making the best use of your own resources relative to a specific objective, your time, talent, and personal skills. If you are a manager in an organization, you will also have financial, human, and material resources at your disposal. It is helpful to compare management to investment. If you want the best possible return on your capital, you need to think carefully about how to invest. You also need to monitor your investment regularly, so as to shift your money around if you see a way to make a better return on your investment per capital income. So, to be an effective manager, you need to have the necessary discipline and organizational skills. First, deploy your resources wisely, and then monitor their productivity relative to their objectives. Now, deploying human resources to get the most out of them takes a whole different set of skills. At one time, managers regard people as just another part of the organizational machine, to be managed like any piece of hardware. But modern employees are much more intelligent, well-educated, and prepared to go elsewhere if they do not like how they are treated. Today's managers are almost in the same position as the managers of professional athletes, such as top-shelf golfers or tennis stars. In these cases, it is the athletes who really call the shots. Their managers are really service providers for the stars. While organizational managers have the power to promote or fire employees, they are so dependent on their talent that their own job security is based on how well they manage people. This means that effective managers must be excellent motivators, skilled at retaining, coaching, developing core talent in addition to being well enough organized to foster efficiency. It is also important to realize that being good at these tasks will make you an excellent manager, not a leader.